Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dub Talks number 10. Today's topic is sadly not, about my project or any further news on that, as there is so far nothing new about it. I'm still working on it, but no new news. So, today's topic is the summer event within War Thunder, and not just explaining what it is, what you can win, and my current process in it, because I'm recording this on the 24th of July. So, basically after the first weekend, or where you had to fulfill or could fulfill 4 events for planes and 4 events for tanks, and I've done them all 8 so far, and also want to have a little discussion at the end. So, what is the summer event? Uh, it is an event where you can win up to 2 premium planes and 2 premium tanks for fulfilling tasks on a nearly daily basis, and also a lot of other stuff. For example, you can win boosters for silver lines and research points. You can win also random camos and discounts for premium vehicles and so on. So at the end, I also will answer the question if it's worth going for it. Yeah, so every day one event task for tank and also one for aircraft. Except on the weekends where you have 4 events for 2 days for tanks and the same amount for aircraft. Uh, and tasks you didn't or couldn't get finished in time are in the in-game shop available for a certain amount of golden eagles. What are the prices? Let's go into detail. The reward vehicles are for 18 marks of distinction. The Focke-Wulf 189 Uhu, which is an event plane that was promised to us 1 patch ago. And also for the same amount in tank tasks, you get the Grand Mark 1, which is basically a British modified M3 Lee. And yeah, nothing too special about it. But the Focke-Wulf 189 is something I really want my hands to get on. As well as the KV 220, which has a better performing 85mm gun, but it is, not too much better, as it does have 123mm of penetration at 500 meters. That's what I've read on War Thunder. And also you can win for the F7F3, which is like a normal F7F, but it has 3 Tiny Tims. And for the last, for those 2 vehicles, you need to fulfill 36 out of the 40 possible tasks for each of them. Now the tasks are basically divided into 2 sorts of tasks. There are direct ones, or at least I call them that. There are direct ones, like you have to win a mission, or you have to do kills, or you have to cap, something like that, right? And then there are those indirects, where you have to rely on your team, your teammates, or your squad members, such as teamwork in planes or in tanks. And that's hugely annoying. First of all, you have to keep a distance to the enemy. For example, in tanks, it's 100 meters. That is, that's pretty close. And it's not, real teamwork, or it's partially teamwork, but also, why isn't it teamwork like when you're 150 meters away? That's a really short distance. And I had even battles where there was no random teammate assigned to me. In this battle, I couldn't do anything towards the task. It was just simply impossible. But let's just take a look at all the tasks so far for the first weekend. Now, the first one was for pilots, was destroy 50 ground AI controlled targets in the War in Mid-Air event. And people actually don't know that both on, uh, you know, the desert map and also the Normandy map, there were not marked AI targets, which are basically AAA targets, and they are packed close together. And in one bombing run, you could easily destroy like 10 of them, and not, precise bomb those AI tanks. Then the next was destroy 25 player controlled aircraft in random battles. And there you got the multiplier of 2 for RB and times 3 for SB. Now that was not, a big problem. But gain supporting fire award in random battles 10 times. Oh, that was just terrible. That was, you had to damage an enemy fighter or bomber and had to make sure that you were in the vicinity of your squad mate when he took him down in a random battle with a random teammate. Oh no, even 10 were too much. I eventually squadded up with a few people. One of them was a subscriber of mine, and there was a good side of it as well, because we actually had a plan, all right, and we stick together because of that, and it was really good. But as I mentioned, this fighter rescue and bomber rescue achievement, which you had to fulfill 10 times, was not that nice. Also, you got no multiplier for that in RB or SB, so it was definitely something that was much easier to be done in arcade, and I did it. Then for tanks, destroy 30 aircraft in the War Thunder mid-air event, and that should be a video of its own, because I was on Poland and tried to shoot down the Russians with my German AAA. And I saw so many hits and hits registration, even with the Ostwind, with the big S.37mm cannon. I missed them all the time, despite, being good in a AAA. And then I saw so many hits and sparks, and they just didn't go down. Even the same with the Wirbelwind. You shot like 4 entire magazine into the belly of an aircraft in the wing section, the engine section, one engine slightly smoked. But then I did it on the Normandy versus the Americans, and they, were easier to take down, but not that much easier. And eventually I got it. And also, this was in the War in Mid-Air event. And here comes another big problem. You have to have people in AAAs and you have to have people in aircraft. And as I said, the aircraft section was done much easier because I had bombing runs where I had 14 AI ground units. Within seconds I was shot down, and I did it in like 20 minutes. I'm not kidding. It was done in 20 minutes. I was shot down, bailed out, searched for another match, got in, 14 kills in the first bombing round, and that's it. I literally had to spend like 5 to 6 hours to kill all the 30 aircrafts because they were that hard to shoot down. Then take first place on the leaderboards of a random battle 3 times in a tank. That's not that easy. The first 3 places would have been good, but whatever. Then receive the achievement Teamwork 20 times in random battles. You have to stick very close to a squad member, and it must be like 100 meters. That is very, very close. And why not like 300 meters, which would be much better and easier to fulfill. Let's say you have to flank an enemy to shoot it or to kill it, but you're like 200 meters away from it, you don't get the award. Then destroy 40 tanks in random battles. Now, that was not that bad. Also, there was a multiplier for RB and SB of ×2. So, and all the other, events within the week, they look easier to do, like capture the cap point 6 times in random battles. And you even have a multiplier for RB and SB. So 3 times in a light tank, where you just rush in and sacrifice yourself. That's not too difficult. But again, people then will just throw themselves before the next tank gun, leave the match, and enter a new one just to cap. But to fulfill it is not a problem, but it destroys the gameplay. But then you have this set enemy tanks on fire 30 times in random battles. I think that's a case for my Ostwind or Wirbelwind, where I just shred the engine section. And the same we have like gain 7 victories in random battles with 50% activity. That's just, there is no multiplier for RB, so I will do it in AB with my trusty Do 217 bombers, where I just bomb the hell out of the enemy and will win all the time. And the list goes on and on and on. And then the next weekend, which is actually just Saturday and Sunday, you again have to fulfill 4 hard tasks for planes and 4 hard tasks for tanks. It seems like they are bound to events on the weekend, and there are more events. It's not just the rapid fire event, it's also the floats event. So we will see. I mean, 15 times to win the rapid fire event, that's brutal. That's really brutal. Like, let's say if you have a 50% match time, it will take you like 30 matches, And also you have to receive the achievement teamwork. And those teamwork things, I forgot it, they actually do not count in a random battle. They just count in a random battle and not in such an event. So we actually have to do much more of those tasks, which is kind of, yeah. And then again, every day you have to fulfill 1 task. Now you can leave out certain tasks, or you can purchase them for golden eagles, but 1 task costs like 600 or 700 golden eagles. I think it's 600, I don't know for sure. And that's a huge price for an event that should give you like a free premium vehicle, and like the M3 Lee or the Yoo-Hoo, they are not very good planes or tanks, but there are more collector's editions tanks, so to speak. Now the next thing is, I'm not quite sure what this leads to. I mean, it really destroys the gameplay, and also people get really angry and really salty when you accidentally like did kill steal something. They get much more salty than without the event. The next thing would be one thing in particular, like the fighter or bomber rescuer also does not work when you, let's say, attack a bomber that just set one of your squad members on fire. He definitely hit it, and you have to save your fighter squad member by shooting down the bomber, and when you shoot him down you should get the award, but you don't get it when the bomber attacks a ground unit afterwards, because if then you shoot him down you get the ground force rescue award, which overrides then the fighter or bomber rescuer. So it was highly frustrating, to shoot those things down, or those bombers, and just get awarded the ground force rescuer, which was kind of useless to me because I was hunting the fighter and bomber rescuer. And then sometimes I had one case where I shot down a ME410 B6R3, which killed a bomber and a fighter. I killed him and I got the bomber and the fighter rescue award, but after the game I just had 2 fighter rescue awards and not the bomber rescue award, and I also had so basically one of them was forgotten by the system, or it bugged out. I don't know what happened, but the system forgot one rescue award. And that's really disgusting when you think about it, that you have to work so hard for them, So I will see how it will go on, and so now you see what I mean, hopefully. Anyways, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please like the video if you did, and subscribe if you want to see more, and see you on the battlefield.